Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about a movie that is probably my most requested movie ever. I literally get comments on every single video that I post to watch and review this movie. And going into it, I knew it was a disturbing movie. I didn't know it was to the extent that it was. The movie is Martyrs. It came out in 2008 and it's a French horror film. And I'm just gonna say that I'm not going to be doing ratings for this movie. It just feels inappropriate. I don't know if that's the right word to describe it, but I can't explain it. I don't want to rate this movie because it's its own entity. It doesn't need ratings. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, and we'll go from there. So first I'm gonna tell you a bit about the plot. So it follows this girl named Lucy who was abused and tortured as a child when she was 12, and she actually escapes from the family, and then 15 years later she seeks revenge on that family and finds them and kills them. Her friend Anna becomes involved in it, and she begins to, or Lucy falls into madness and her delusions, and so Anna's kind of facing this on her own. And then she begins to experience what Lucy did when she was younger. And the director left the ending up for interpretation, which I really liked. It kind of made you think about the meaning of the movie and what it means to you personally and what you think happened. It doesn't give all the answers, and I like that. I don't even know if I'm ready to talk about this movie, to be honest, because I've never had a movie affect me the way that Martyrs did. Never in my life. Yeah, I've been disturbed by movies. I've made comments like, oh, I wanted to turn it off, I was so disturbed and stuff like that. And I say it in a joking manner, not the disturbed part, like turning it off and stuff. I never turn off movies. I mean, I do, but not when I'm doing a review on them. I'll stick it out for the sake of the review, but this one, I didn't think I could handle anymore. When it came to 3/4 of the movie, I was just like, how much more are they going to give us? It was so intense, and I watched it by myself. I was crying so hard, like someone had just died in my family. I just couldn't stop, and it was so emotional, and by the end of it I was just numb. I was in shock. I couldn't move. I had my hands over my face the whole time, and I just couldn't move, and I've never had a movie affect me like that. And I don't want to make it seem all dramatic, but for me it was. This movie's going to affect people in different ways. For some of you it's just like any other movie. Yeah, it's disturbing, but it doesn't get to you. It got to me a lot. I couldn't even fall asleep last night. I just kept thinking about it. And I still keep thinking about it because I watched it last night and I can't get it out of my head, and I don't think I'll ever be able to erase that movie from my mind. It's intense. Dramatics aside, I'll talk about it a little bit from a critical standpoint. I was actually when I was watching it, thinking about something I could criticize. What is something that's kind of negative? Not that I look for the negatives, but to always give positive reviews all the time would be boring for you guys, I think. So yeah, I go in with a critical mind. My critical mind just went out the door. It just went away. I couldn't think of the movie like that. That's why I can't do the ratings. If I had to give it a number, it'd be a 10, because it definitely did what it's supposed to do. It's disturbing. It's a lot of torture, and it really shows what a human being may or may not be able to endure. And it's to the extreme. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Maybe I'm just sheltered. Maybe you guys can come up with other movies that are like this, not that I would watch them. Normally torture doesn't bother me. I've seen all the Saw movies, and those don't even, no, those don't even, I can't even compare. Those just stay separate. And even when I look back on really disturbing movies that really got to me, like Baby Blues, it's nothing compared to Martyrs. And I know this is kind of a rambly video and it's not really structured, but I didn't have much structure going into it, and I don't have structure because I don't even know, man. It's you should watch it if you want that effect. I mean, like I said, it's not going to affect everybody. Some of you are going to be like, it was not that bad. But we all see things differently. We all interpret things differently. It was very sad, and I just wanted the suffering to be over, and I really just wanted to turn it off because I couldn't handle it. Given that, it was very realistic. The acting and everything about it was so real that that's probably why it got to me. The effects were amazing. Everything just seemed so real. And I thought in the beginning, when she blasted the man that tortured her in her childhood, I thought that was pretty bad. And, you know, I was in shock at that point. And I was like, whoa, this movie's really going there, isn't it? It's realistic. But no. Once we get to like 3/4 of the way through, that's where the intensity is. So I know this isn't really like a review, but I know a lot of you wanted to know my thoughts on it. Well, my thoughts are, it was probably the most messed up movie I've ever seen in my life. I haven't seen a lot of them, but I don't think anything would be able to top this, to be honest. I personally would not be able to become a martyr. Let me know if you would be able to. I wouldn't. I probably would have killed myself a long time before she did. No, I can't handle it. I couldn't handle it. It was insane. So I'll have the trailer listed down below. The trailer, I watched it after I watched the movie, and I'm like, this does not even compare to how intense this movie is. So I thought this movie was going to be a completely different movie. I thought the whole thing was going to be like them chasing the people that tortured her. It wasn't. They did that way in the beginning of the movie, and then after that, it just... So watch the trailer, see if it's something you'd be interested in. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys thought about it, if it affected you in a way that was really overwhelming like me. If you cried, just let me know what you thought of it if you've seen it, or after you watch it. Leave me a comment to let me know. But I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.